Hey folks, it's Friday afternoon. It's the first Friday of the month, so it's NFP day, and that's coming up in about an hour and a half. So I'm getting ready for this jobs report and getting my trades all set up and any hedges and stops I need to adjust and so on. The jobs number is going to be pretty important, as it always is, considering where we are with the Fed and their deliberations about the economy and jobs and the interest rates and all of that combined. But the various jobs reports that come out are really important, and especially the NFP, which is coming out soon. So with the importance of this number in mind and a slight rush because I've got to get ready, let's go through these charts very quickly, and I'll quickly tag onto what I said in the last video, and I'll link that video at the end of this one. And the story with currencies, and the NFP always affects currencies quite dramatically. It's one of those sorts of numbers that the Forex markets watch. So we saw the dollar index poking up through this channel, and I referred to this in quite some detail in the last video, but we've fallen back down again. So a false breakup and a false breakdown. We've seen that all too often these days, and in fact, if you look on this 4-hour chart, you'll see an all too familiar pattern. A breakout through the top of the channel, a false break, and then a break back in again. We're now at the bottom of this channel on the dollar index and at the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour. So pretty crucial, and I think this is just going to move according to the NFP number and how the market interprets that. I have nothing on the Forex majors, and I particularly don't really like to hold many currency trades into the NFP, but we are short on the dollar yen, and again I covered this in some detail, and I've been hedging in and around this area. I've been taking some profits on the shorts, some profits on the longs, in and out, shake it all about, and this is the path we might follow from the previous fractal in October 2022. I'm not going to go into that in detail right now, but what that does entail is a 50% pullback after this strong move down. So watch out for a move up to as high as 157 on dollar yen before resuming this trend down. I'll continue to hedge in both directions if required, and if it carries on just moving straight down from here, even better. Pretty similar story for the euro yen. It'll broadly follow the path of the dollar yen. So if the dollar yen has to retrace a bit up to 157 or 156, then the euro yen will probably do the same. They both look like they're bottoming at the moment. Right, on stocks, I'm equally hedged on NASDAQ. Quickly, let me show you the paths that I think we could take. This sort of thing on NASDAQ, I don't know, have no clue. We're either going to make new highs or try to make new highs and sort of get up to this midpoint retracement around the 50-period moving average before resuming down to the bottom of the channel. Or we may go right up to the top of the channel. As it is at the moment, we're stuck in the middle. Let's just reset this. So we're slap bang in the middle of this very long-term upward channel. There's no reason to be bearish at this point, and there's no reason to be particularly bullish. So we'll see how this plays out. Hedged on this one, waiting for the NFP and waiting to adjust. We're also short on Nvidia, but that's hedged and I've locked profit on there. We took profit on our Tesla longs that we got in right at the bottom, and I took profit just under 200. I'm not sure what this is going to do next, and again, I have to refer back to the NFP. However, we did get long on Apple right at the bottom, and we were very pleasantly surprised by the reports that came out yesterday on earnings. We got in pretty much near 168 or 167. And we've just exited this trade at $184. If you can't exit before the market opens, then perhaps you'll consider doing that when the market opens in a couple of hours. Bearing in mind that the NFP number comes out before the market opens, so that's going to throw the cat among the pigeons. Right, Bitcoin and gold. Well, basically I'm long on both of these. You can have a look at the last video. Got nothing to add to that. And copper, I think we could pull back. I've drawn a little line on copper, which I did put up. Actually, I did a live stream earlier, just trying out the new software. It wasn't anything special. I was just testing out the software. But I was going to cover copper there, and I didn't. I forgot. This is the sort of path I think we could get on copper. You can pause this video and check it out. I have discussed this as well on X and in previous videos. US 10-year yields coming off nicely, and that should help the dollar yen move down. And that should actually help gold and Bitcoin and stocks move up. We're in the center of the channel on the 10-year. Today's Friday, and I'd like us to close beneath the channel center, the dotted line, and the 20-period moving average. If that happens, we should see some gains on gold, stocks, Bitcoin, etc. And then going across to commodities, we're long on natural gas, long from the green circle. This is the 4-hour chart over at Henry Hub. Let's get rid of that. That was for the live stream. And just edging higher. So seeing as we got in there and we're edging high, we're in a very small amount of profit. It looks quite a long way, but we're under $2, and that's only about an 8-cent or 6-cent move or something after you take the spread off. So it's not a great deal. And I think we could get much higher on natural gas. And I say much higher, I mean like 2.3, 2.4, something like that. So there's the path I've got drawn in. If we don't manage to get above 2.15 or 2.2, we should then see a move back down to the bottom of the channel. But with a bit of luck, we'll hold above all these moving averages now, and we'll hold above $2. So far I'm happy with that. We're also short on WTI, and it's gone a little bit faster than I expected, actually. I drew a path in here a few days ago, but it's moved down more rapidly. So we've taken most of our profit down here, and we'll probably look for a little bounce, look to sell again back into this order block and the 38% Fibonacci, but I'll allow for moves even higher up to about 82.5, maybe back up to 84. I'm hoping though that we'll hold underneath this 50-period moving average and the 38%. So we're holding our remaining short position there. We're holding our natural gas long position. We're long on URA and UEC. That moved up nicely yesterday. Still pretty much in the range, stuck in the range, just dribbling up slowly. Well, that's it, folks. In about 1 hour's time, the NFP jobs report comes out, non-farm payrolls. Most of those jobs recently have been going to government workers. There is a private number that comes out at the same time. We'll be looking at that private number for better guidance than the government additions to jobs. Take care, have a great day, have a great weekend. And if you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up, that would be great. And a subscribe to the channel would be superb. Take care.